Hello, my name is Grian, and today I'm going to be making the very requested simple jungle treehouse. You're going to want to find 2 jungle trees as tall as possible. I'm going to spawn mine in for the sake of this video. The first step is to create the base. Quite far up the tree, you want to create a circle using half slab. But doing one layer isn't quite enough. We're going to want to make a bowl shape, so underneath you're going to have to add a few layers to make it have a curve. Once you've done that, you want to run another layer only around the edge so you complete that bowl shape. I found that my tree wasn't quite tall enough, so I extended it using World Edit. Having a tall tree is very important in this build. I then go round to the other side and lay out where my staircase is going to start. Now that we have a foundation, at regular intervals around the bowl, I'm going to be adding and detailing pillars that are going to be holding up the roof, using spruce step and staircase with the addition of fence as pillars as my primary blocks. I make my way around the build, detailing it as I see fit. You're completely within your own right to detail it how you want using whatever blocks that you like. I am here to just show you the concept, I don't want you to copy me exactly. I then go round and make my pillars quite tall. I would recommend going for 4 or 5 blocks, because if it's too stumpy it's not going to look very good. Once you've finished all your pillars and made sure that it's a nice round shape, it's probably about time we started working on the roof. I'm going to be using some stained clay, particularly dark colours because it goes with the theme of the jungle. I then start placing them in an inverted bowl shape so that it matches the opposite of the base. That gives it a really nice rounded shape. I use a mixture of 2 different colours that complement each other so that it gives it a nice texture and in general makes it more visually appealing. It's going to take a little while for you to get the shape of the roof perfect. I come back to it several times over the course of this video, just editing here and there where it might not look right. It might take you a little longer as well. For this roof, there's no real need to have perfect symmetry. Because of the texture of the 2 different blocks, no one would really notice if it was asymmetrical, and for this style of build, it honestly doesn't matter if it's not perfect. It's a bit of a rough build because it is set in the jungle, and if you were making a house like this, it, in all likeliness, wouldn't be perfect. Now you want to connect your roof to the pillars just by knocking off the top block of your fence and adding a stage of the roof. On the underside, you really want to make sure you match the shape. As I said, it's going to take a little bit of trial and error on your roof to get it the perfect shape, both on the underside and on the top. So again, continue working on your roof as much as possible until you're happy with it. I think I'm just about done with it, so I decided to add some fence between my pillars. You can use whatever fence block you like, or indeed any style you like. I add them so that you can't walk off your build accidentally. Once you've finished filling in all of the pillar space, the build itself is pretty much done, but since it's up a tree, it needs a way up. And now I do this by making a wraparound staircase using half slab. But I don't want to create a spiral staircase that just goes around the same trunk, so I want to link it to a smaller tree adjacent to it and create a more decorated path all the way down. That way it looks a little bit different and looks really nice. Normally in this situation I would build exactly the same thing I built on the other tree, another hut, but for the purposes of this video I'm just going to do a decorated path with a couple of pillars just so you can walk through and loop back round the smaller tree. I'm using a very similar style as to the other one, decorating it with, again, spruce slabs and staircase, but I do implore you to try and use a different palette to me. There are many different versions of this that could work. Once I've done that, I then start making the pathway loop back round the tree and make my way down to the floor. It's fairly straightforward from here, just make sure that you don't bump your head when you walk round it. And now we're starting to come to the end of the build. I hope you've enjoyed this. I have used the replay mod for a building with Grian, so it is slightly different. I'm worried that this video was kind of fast paced, but at the same time this build is designed to be incredibly simple. There are many versions of a treehouse that you can make, but this is just one that works in a jungle tree scenario, and you can build this in vanilla quite easily. So we're coming to the end of the build now, and I really would like to know, those of you that requested it, and it was quite a few of you, was this what you were looking for? If not, tell me. I'm happy to do a jungle treehouse again if I didn't quite hit the mark. So anyway, as you can see, we have a treehouse for 1. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comment section below. And this video was made entirely by suggestions. If you have a particular build that you want to know how to make, let me know. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.